Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing the Family Customs carbon fiber radiator cover. Now I want to make this video to not only showcase it, but to kind of show you how I'm going to install it. For my finding, there's really no YouTube videos on anybody installing this thing, and I'm going to do things a little differently than what they want you to do when installing this. And I'm going to go into detail here in a minute when I show you. It's actually going to be super easy, a lot easier than the way they want you to install this. Like I said, there's no directions. It's pretty self-explanatory for the most part. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to install it. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So like I said, there's no directions when you purchase this thing, which is fine. It's really not that difficult to install. But what it does come with in the package is these nutserts and this nice washer and nice Allen bolts. And obviously they want you to use this to mount these pieces. So first problem is the holes in the radiator support are smaller than the diameter of the nutsert. All right, so obviously that's not going to go in. So you're going to have to drill you're going to need a 3/8 drill bit and widen the holes along the radiator support where you are going to be mounting your covers here. Problem with that is when you use these nutserts in this hole, it's going to go over this cover and basically makes this very difficult to remove. If you ever want to remove the bumper for whatever reason, you're going to have these nutserts that you're pretty much going to have to grind off to remove your bumper. Now, when I do certain installations, I don't want things that permanent, right? So, like I said, for whatever reason you want to take your bumper off, you're going to have to deal with 8 of these nutserts that aren't going to come out that easy. Because what happens is when you compress this, it widens, and that's what holds it in the hole. Okay, but there's a way around that. What you can do is obviously take all of these clips out, right? Lift this up high enough to where you can put this behind, all right, under this cover. So that way these are attached to radiator support and not attached to the cover and the radiator support. So that way, if you ever wanted to remove your bumper, these are underneath this cover. You don't have to worry about them. But what you would have to do is sort of grind out this upper cover here. Grind that out so that this fits inside of this and it's not compressing through this. Not a big deal. I mean, if you have a Dremel, you can just widen that hole so that way this fits in the middle of that, and it takes care of your problems. Or the easiest way is to buy yourself a case of Christmas tree clips on Amazon. I mean, $10 you can get like a 150-piece set, and that should have these guys in it. These Christmas trees. These are going to work excellent to mount this piece, or both of these pieces, and make it easier to remove the bumper if you ever have to remove the bumper, if you don't want to go through all that jazz that I just explained. All right, so these are going to be the easiest way, and they're black. They look fine in there. Of course, these stainless bolts would actually look pretty cool too. But this is quick, easy, clean, easy to remove, and it'll save you a ton of time when installing this. So I'm going to be using these. I'll link the kit on Amazon down below, and we're going to run into another problem that I do have a solution for. I just don't have anything to fix it yet. So I'm going to explain that here in a minute while we are installing this. All right, guys. So obviously, as you can tell, these are 2 pieces. On the website, it does mention that they are 2-piece. I called in because I was curious, because all the pictures on their website shows this as a 1-piece. So I was just curious if there was a design change or whatnot, and there was. I said about 8 months ago to a year, they did make it into a 2-piece. I don't really like the 2-piece. I would have much rather had the 1-piece, because now you have this line in the center, which if you have it butt up perfectly, you're never really going to notice it. But that also brings me to the next problem. that I had mentioned earlier, and that is it's going to be flapping in the center here. So we need to find a way to hold it down in the center, which I haven't figured out a solution yet for. What I will probably do, actually, thinking about it here, I'm brainstorming as I'm talking, is just drill 2 holes big enough for 2 more Christmas trees. And then we'll just hold it here in the center with those 2 Christmas trees, and that should take care of the problem. So anyways, you're going to, lay your 2 pieces down. And oh, before I forget, obviously you're going to have to take your clips out, your factory clips. I believe you have to take 8 of them out. So 2 of them on either side are going to stay in the bumper. This is going to go over these 2 clips, and then these 4 on either side are going to obviously stay out. So you're going to take those out. You're going to set your carbon fiber pieces in there, and then we're going to grab our Christmas trees and make sure they're the long, fatter ones. When you get your kit, it should come with a bunch of different ones, and it should have these in it. So we're literally just going to push them in, and that's extremely strong, sturdy in there. Just like that. And just go on down the line. And just like that, guys, this thing is mounted. We're not monkeying with, drilling through, making the holes wider for those nutserts, and it looks pretty good. I mean, no complaints. It's not any worse or better than using the bolts that it comes with. So I'm happy with it. And like I said, super easy to take off. You just slide all these out, and you can pull your bumper off. You can do whatever you got to do. Obviously, here is the problem, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to drill 2 holes on either side and put 2 more push pins or Christmas trees in there, and that will hold it down in the middle, just like that. Hey guys, really quick, I wanted to share what I did in the middle here. So I took a 5/16 drill bit, drilled through the carbon fiber piece, through this black cover, and into the radiator support. Now, when you're drilling, be very careful when you're drilling through the carbon fiber piece, because it can split if the drill bit catches it. So be very careful when you drill through this. And then you're going to drill through the plastic cover, and then you're going to drill directly into the radiator support along here. Now, the radiator support is a composite support, which means it's plastic and metal infused. So when you reach the radiator support, it's going to be a little bit harder to drill, but with a good bit, it'll drill right through it, no problem. And once you're through the radiator support, that's it. You're good. Put 2 more push pins in there, and it looks perfect. It's almost seamless, and it's extremely strong. I mean, I'm lifting up on it, and it's not even moving it. So that is what I recommend doing right here, because it will hump up like I showed you earlier. And down here, there's really nothing you need to do. It actually holds together pretty nicely. So, but if you do want to get a little carried away, you could do 2 more down here, but it's not really necessary. So there we have it, guys. But there it is, guys. Super easy. I highly recommend doing it my way, just for simplicity purposes. But by all means, you guys can do it whatever way you want. And let's check it out. So guys, there it is. Looks really killer. I do already have their firewall cover. That was pretty easy to install as well. I never made a video on that, but again, that's just a couple push clips with holes that are already there. So really killer pieces overall. It looks so awesome. There it is. And the Christmas tree heads really don't look all that bad. All right, so I hope that helps anyone who's curious about buying one of these. Like I said, it doesn't come with directions. Hopefully my video will help you make a decision on which route you want to go when mounting this. You know, you can do it any way you want. I prefer doing it this way. It's not permanent. So like I said, that way if you ever need to remove anything, you want to trade the car in, you want to take these with you. If you want to trade the car in and take this off with you for your next one or whatever, if you want to sell it, you still have all the hardware and you have the factory hardware to put back in, you know, when you take this off. So in my opinion, this is the best way to go, because if you do go the way they want you to mount it, you're going to be drilling, like I said, with a 3/8 bit. You're going to be widening that factory hole, and which will result in the factory clips not staying in there anymore, because these are obviously a different diameter. So like I said, do it however you want to do it. I wanted to make this video to kind of show you 2 different ways to mount this thing. Again, I prefer doing it this way. It's simple, but hopefully this helps anyone who's interested in buying one of these, or who has one and is not sure how to mount it. Here's a different way to mount it, much easier. So guys, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate all my subscribers. Again, that giveaway is still going on. The Billet Technologies Catch Can giveaway is still going on. Like I said, once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving that away over on my Instagram. And so, yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this one, and we will catch you on the next one.